What is going on, everybody? We are live for Brewers Guardians. To do the stream, that's why we're live. So yeah, appreciate everyone. I already know who the first person in the stream is going to be. He's going to be on here quick because he was asking all day long yesterday and today. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the Cleveland Guardians can sweep the series today. It'll be Gavin Williams, I believe, versus Logan Henderson. It was supposed to be Jose Quintana, but he has a shoulder problem, so his start was delayed until last week. Not last week, but until Saturday. So, yeah. You know. But hopefully we get some people to show up for the Cleveland Indians today. The best team in baseball, not up for debate. I know Detroit Tigers fans are like, yeah, we're winning this whole thing. But it's like, y'all forgot the Cleveland Indians existed. So, yeah. I wonder if Gab Goody's going to call me racist for that. So, right, Teddy? See what the Cleveland Guardians can do today. Hopefully mofos won't be getting jailed. Gavin Williams, that is. Pitching every 5 days. So. Oh no, injured list for Jose Quintana. Breaking news just now. Wow. What's going on, Karam? Yeah, they pulled it off. The Thunder are winning the title, Karam. Nobody else is beating them. The Thunder, the problem with the Cavs and the Cavs this year, they didn't have it mentally. They can't face adversity correctly. The Thunder, they can. And the thing about the Thunder too, they have a top 5 player in the game. We don't even have a top 10. And I love Donovan Mitchell. I love Donovan Mitchell more than anything. Like in sports, but it's like he's not a top 10 player. Top 15, sure, but he's not top 10. He's like 12, 13. And that being your number one option, it's more difficult to come by winning a title. Like the problem with the Cavs, Karam, they felt like they didn't face any adversity. They went on a little vacation after they swept the Heat, and they didn't expect Indiana to be as good as they were, but they are. Max Strus doing all that talk just to put up 0 points. I'm sick of him. I hope he gets traded. Like, I'm literally not trolling. See you later, dude. All right, here we go. First pitch from Gavin Williams to Sal Frelick. Ball 1-0, unsurprising because Gavin Williams he'll probably walk another 6 today. That's my prediction. My prediction is Gavin walks 6. I'm just kidding. He'll walk 4. That's my prediction. My actual prediction. Because he cannot cam man that fastball. The thing is, even if you throw 99, it's not going to matter if it's just straight. So might as well just throw a little bit less and then go. So it'll be a 1-1. Yeah, the Rangers will be fine. I had to make the playoffs coming into the season. If they can hit a little bit better, they should be okay because the pitching is good. Fouled back by Frelick, 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 from Gavin Williams to Sal Frelick. Here's the 1-2 from Williams to Frelick. Now the 1-2. It's a ground ball foul.
3 games under 500. They're tied with Cincinnati for 3rd place in the NL Central. 5 games.
The NL Central stinks. As long as they stay afloat without Seager for like a week or 2. Yeah. Seager will be big when he comes back. Big presence in that lineup. Yeah.
What do you think that does immediately for the Brewers? Well, he's tired of it. I mean, he's seen enough, and he's got to send his message back to the ball club. Maybe a week or so ago.
Here's the pitch.
A couple of guys out of the ball club.
Down low, 2-2.
So I'm sure he's seen enough in this series.
So it'll be a 2-2 from Gavin Williams to Sal Frelick.
1 for 22 with runners on base. And that makes you look bad to begin with when you don't have any offense. So he had the.
Here's the pitch.
To get it rolling. 2-2. Do you think it's
and a foul ball? Gunnar Henderson home run, generational talent. So it'll be a 2-2 again to Frelick. Yeah, Javier Baez has been a monster this year, Karam. I'm stunned. Like, something that Gleyber Torres told him, and he's just going nuts out of nowhere. You know? Here's the 2-2 offering to Frelick from Williams. Down low 3-2. Come on, dude. This guy is such an inefficient pitcher, and I don't think he'll ever become efficient. Hate to say it. Here's the payoff to Frelick.
Easy outs. They were grinding.
Here's the pitch.
This is the 8th pitch of the at bat here for Frelick.
And that is a line drive. That is ripped. But under it is Jones. Makes a nice play for the first out of the inning as Frelick is retired.
You guys are talking about what they're going through. The one quote that I read from them before.
So 1 down.
Was Murphy telling them basically, don't be comfortable with being a 500 team. Play better than that. And he was worried that they were almost coasting through the first part of the season.
Coming up to the plate for Milwaukee. It's Jackson Churio, who led off yesterday. Outside 1-0.
Looks at a fastball outside.
It'll be a 1-0 to Churio.
28 outs on 3 pitches or less out of the 54 outs.
He doesn't walk a lot, though. Jackson Churio, that is. Here's the pitch.
And again, if you're getting you a pitch and you're putting a good swing on it, nobody's going to
foul ball.
Twice
1-1.
Give you a sideways glance. But if it's weak contact, if it's a breaking ball that's really not a good pitch to swing at it in the dirt, then the manager's going to say, "What are you doing? Right. What's your plan? What's your approach here?"
Exactly. Here's the 1-1 to Jackson Churio.
You don't score, it makes you look bad. You look lethargic.
Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. 1-2. Brendan begged with the remaining here, bro.
Really excelled against Philadelphia.
He begged.
He expanded their strike
zone,
but he had good.
He begged. He begged. He literally begged for the stream. He ain't even here, bro. Nobody's here. Hopefully, it's just another one of those slow starts and it'll pick up.
And he had some fastballs that were down in his zone.
Here's the 1-2 from Williams to Churio. Got him swinging on a high fastball, and that'll be the second out of the inning as Churio is retired.
Take a look at the last 2 pitches. You're going to see one little hook that is.
Christian Yelich will come up to the plate for the Brewers.
Because it's not a strike. And then he changes the speed and the eye level and goes above. Both those pitches are out of the zone, but he chased both of them.
Here's the first pitch to Yelich, the 3-hitter. In there for a strike of the 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1.
DHing for the second time in the series.
Once again, it'll be 0-1 from Yelich to from Williams to Yelich. Swinging a foul, 0-2.
When you've got a guy who's played 1,500 career games and he's coming off back surgery, Pat Murphy's going to be smart because he's a key cog in this offense. If they're going to go offensively, Christian Yelich.
Here's the 0-2 to Christian Yelich. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-2. Good take.
I suppose anybody that's over the age of 50 has dealt with a little back pain. Can't imagine surgery.
It'll be a 1-2.
The end of last year. 1-2.
So grounder to Williams, who'll make the play for the third out of the inning. Good inning for Gavin Williams there. 16 pitches. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Hit the like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much. What's going on, Coleman? How we doing? Beat the Screwers. I need some sort of happiness after Monday. Yeah. No, that was rough for the Jazz. 5th pick. Trey Johnson? Like, I think that should be your pick. Con Knipple's a role player at the next level, Coleman. I'm telling you. Like, he's another, like, Grady Dick type. I don't care. He's going to be like a Max Drews type at the next level. You know, I don't, unless you're like a multi-tool, unless you're like a multi-tool player, most white dudes that aren't like European, like Jokic and Luka, like that, unless you're like a multi-tool type dude, you're probably going to be a role player at the next level because of the lack of athleticism. Like, you're probably going to be a role player. And that's, I think, what Colin Knippel is going to be. Cooper Flag has all the tools in the world. He's going to be a star. But Colin Knippel doesn't have those tools. He's going to be like a Max Strus, Marco Bellinelli type of player in the NBA, Luke Kennard, something like that. That's who he'll be. He'll be a good player, but he won't be worth a top 5 pick. So, like Reed Shepherd, look at him. He could even crack the rotation in his first year as a top 3 pick because he's a role player. He doesn't have tools. I picked him to win Rookie of the Year this year, but it's like the class was so weak. Who weren't many options. It was like you could pick whoever and it wouldn't be bad. So, this class is much stronger though. I do think the top 3 are legit. I do have some questions about Ace Bailey because of his height, where he's going to play at the next level, but it's a solid class, and I think VJ Edgecombe is in the discussion for the 3rd best prospect in this class. I really do. Honest Austin, yeah, that's another guy. Like people treat like Austin Reeves as like a 3rd type of star in the Lakers. He's not. He's a good scorer, but that's really it. And it kind of showed in the playoffs. Do whatever it takes to trade up. I don't blame you, man. Maybe Philly's willing to trade back, get some assets for another type of deal. I don't know. Because I don't think the Spurs are probably either trading or probably using the pick or trading it for Giannis or something like that. Here's the pitch to Quan. And he swings and fouls it back. Logan Henderson from Big Time Rush pitching. It'll be an 0-1 from Quan to Henderson.
He had a very good first start. That was at the end of April. And he's basically a fastball changeup pitcher.
He had one start and he was pretty good. He had 9 strikeouts in 6 innings, a 1.5 ERA. Quan with another foul ball, 0-2.
And he's got to have a really good changeup if he can do that.
So it'll be an 0-2 from Henderson to Quan.
And I mean, maybe 3%, and then a little slider at about 2%. So fastball changeup, boys. 50-50 chance.
Here's the
Would have
pitch.
gotten his first start. 77 of his 83 pitches were 4-seamer or changeup.
Down low, 1-2.
So basically,
Well, there you have
There's a lot of changeups, though. That probably doesn't spell well for the Cleveland Guardians lineup. If you know, you know.
The changeup is nasty when it's working.
At least the Jazz have 2 first-round picks, 2 role players. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I don't know about Isaiah Collier and Keontae George. I think they might be role players at the level. And he strikes out Quan on a changeup because, of course. So.
Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud. He's only made 1 start, but it was a really good one. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts.
So coming up to the plate will be the number 2 hitter, Daniel Schneemann. What's going on, Jacob? But yeah, Coleman. I think Keontae George has a lot of more potential than Collier, though. At least to be like a really good starter for years. But I think Collier will end up being like a role player type. There's a reason why he fell in the draft. Like, teams see the deficiencies with him. Like, he can be I think he's a better, like, 6-man type guard. A little bit, yeah. And a foul ball, 0-2. We're playing the Bengals week 1 at home, Jacob. So, I heard you're getting season tickets, so maybe that's the first game you go to. Good point, Graveyard Drew Holiday. I don't know, man. I just think there's y'all can, and he strikes out. Daniel Schneemann is really cooled off. I think the Guardians were also thrown off that this guy was throwing. I think they expected Quintana and were more prepared. Now they got this funky changeup guy throwing in. They don't know what's coming at them. Hopefully, a couple times through in the lineup, they can, adjust. So here's Jose Ramirez at the plate. Let me look at Collier's stats. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, catches the corner, 0-1. Collier shot 42% from the field, 6 assists. That's pretty good, but it's like, it didn't really, and he doesn't really shoot the 3 well. He only shot 25%. I'm just skeptical with him. And Ramirez also went. My goodness, they're going after everything. I'm just not so sure about him, but I have more belief in like the Bryce Sensabaugh and the Keontae Georges of the world though for the Jazz. But they needed a top 3 pick in this class bad, more than any other team, I think. I mean, because with the Wizards, I still believe in Alex Sarr, and with the Hornets, you still have Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Mark Williams. But it's like with the Jazz, they have guys, but I don't know if there's any guys that are more than role players. Lauri Markkanen's solid starter, all-star type player, but it's like as your number one option, that's never getting by. Or maybe, so. But Keontae's pretty good, If he can improve his efficiency a little bit, I think there's a lot to like there. Here's the pitch. Jose fouls back a changeup, 2-2.
Jose Ramirez, his 122nd home run here in this ballpark. Daz Cameron made the effort, but he couldn't get to the wall in time, and it just did clear that wall, bouncing up.
Here's the 2-2 to Jose Ramirez from Logan Henderson.
Give Jose an 8-game hitting streak.
And he popped him up. That'll be the third out of the inning. Right at the top of the second. Neither offense has really produced much in this series, though. Guardians have an okay offense. They don't have a good offense, but they don't have a bad offense. Cowboys, Eagles Thursday night kickoff. Chiefs, Chargers will be Friday night in Brazil. Ravens at Bills Sunday night football. And then Vikings at Bears Monday night. I doubt the Browns will get a primetime game this year. They do play in London week 5, but I'd be pretty stunned if we got a primetime game. I think there were a couple teams last year I didn't get any. I'm assuming the Browns will be one of them this year. I think the Giants already were confirmed for primetime this year. Yeah, Sunday night. So I'm assuming Browns and Titans will probably be the two teams, or Browns and Saints, that don't get primetime. Or maybe all three. I don't know. So. Hit the like button if you guys are not, would appreciate that very much. Hopefully some more people show up here.
Mostly high school kids. All high school kids here at the ballpark. As you check out our Defy Wire cam, they have big.
We're back from commercial break. Appreciate the 4 people that are tuned in right now.
Science day of some.
Yeah, there you go. Science fair.
Here's the pitch to William Contreras. Good breaking ball, catches the zone, 0-1.
It's smart people stuff.
It'll be an 0-1 from Gavin Williams to William Contreras. I love how Carson Beck committed to Miami just so he could be with his girlfriend, and then cheated on his girlfriend like a month later. That's low-key because some gangster shit by Carson Beck. Pitch is fouled back 0-2, and I think he dodged a bullet because the Cavalier twins are a mess. Good for Carson, alpha male. Yeah, I agree. I think Walker Kessler and Lowry Markkinen are your 2 set starters, and I think Keontae George could be there too, and that's a good piece of hitting by Contreras. That's going to be a base hit. So runner on first, nobody out. But I think you're probably set with 3 starters: George, Kessler, and Markkinen. But I have more faith in Kessler being a long-term guy than George, because Kessler's pretty good defensively. Has some upside there. He's a good rebounder. But if you guys would have gotten Flagg, Bailey, or Harper, that would have been big. That's why I was just swing and a miss by Terang. Yeah, I can understand that, Karam. They need like a really good prospect to just come in there and, maybe set the foundation for a successful rebuild. And it's just not going to happen in this draft unless they trade up, which sucks because I was actually rooting for the Jazz to get a good pick. That pitch is fouled back 0-2. Do I think I do? I'm the type of person, I think, you know what? I've said this for a bit. I think NFL is sort of rigged, but I was never the type of guy that thought NBA was rigged. Never. I never thought the NBA was a rigged sport. NFL was the only sport where I really thought maybe it was a little bit rigged. MLB, I just think umpires really suck at their jobs there. But the NBA, I had no idea it was rigged. But then watching the draft lottery and another foul back, count stays 0-2 for Terang. But watching the lottery back, it's like you trade Luka to the Lakers out of all teams. And then out of nowhere, with a 1.8% chance, you get Cooper Flag. You're getting Cooper Flag. Now you have Flag, Davis, and Kyrie with Luka going to the big market. And then and that pitch is fouled back again. And then look at the teams that got the second and third pick. The Spurs and the Sixers. Not the Hornets, Jazz, or Wizards. Like, isn't that kind of suspect to y'all? You know. Nice, Jacob. They could have tanked earlier. Yeah, Kessler's nice. I'm get rid of Clarkson. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Clarkson's just whatever at this point. Inefficient bench score. That's a good pitch, but it's a bit low. 1-2. Does tanking matter now? Nope, not at all. You can't tank. You can't. If it's, I really do think there was a deal with the devil with Nico Harrison and everything, with Adam Silver involved. I really do. And I think there was some input. And Terang strikes out swinging, and that'll be the first out of the inning as he's retired. But I was never a type of guy that thought the NBA was rigged. The only sport I think is kind of rigged on some levels is the NFL, but never thought that at all with the NBA. I know they had some issues with the referees like 20 years ago, but now in this like day and age, I never really thought about it. And it's now gotten to the point where I'm like, we might have to reevaluate some things. Swing and a miss, had a good breaking ball by Hoskins, 0-1. Someone trades a generational talent to the Lakers. Yeah. Like they want, like, so the NBA, you know, it was like a trade. You know, NBA gets to see Luka and LeBron together in the biggest market in the sport. And then the Mavericks get the number one pick in exchange for all of that, you know, by helping out the league. Down low, and the count's 1-1. It just makes too much sense. 1.8% chance of getting they were projected to have like the 10th pick. What are we doing here? Like, I get it. The Pelicans won the draft lottery in 2019, but this one was more interesting because look at the teams around them that got the second and third picks. The Spurs and the Sixers. That just doesn't seem right. They're setting up a Spurs trade for Giannis, or them to get Dylan Harper around Castle, Wembanyama, and Fox, and then you got Philly. They're trying to set up Philly in the Eastern Conference with possibly Ace Bailey, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain. Okay, Karam, let's hear it. Yeah, huge odds, Ian. That pitch is fouled back 1-2. Have to get a Stars barely missing the play and get the first. Yeah, might as well. You can't tank in the NBA. It's literally impossible now. That's why the NFL should not. No draft lottery for the NFL. Don't want to see it. When is like the Guardians got the first pick last year in the draft because of the draft lottery. I have no idea how. We were projected to get like the 10th pick and we got the first pick. Like, I'm not saying it's rigged, but it's like a lottery can be good on some levels and not so good. And I think it's more not so good than good. So, like, NFL does not need that. Here's the 1-2 to Hoskins. That is down low. 2-2.
Even the count at 2-2.
That was an unbelievable
Personal huts, yeah. Well, I don't think anyone cared about last year because the draft was so bad. Like, nobody knew who was going around first overall pick until like the last week. Ricochet went first overall, even though he was my 8th prospect on my board and he went first. Like, that just shows you how much parity was in the last year's class. Now, I think it's kind of obvious who the top 4 prospects are in this class. I think it's the 3 and then Edgecombe. And then everything else is kind of up in the air. But I think the guys that are up in the air are more talented than the guys that went in the top 3 last year. And that is fouled off by Hoskins. Like, Reed Shepard would even be a top 10 pick in this year's class. I don't even know. Or even Ricochet or Sarr. Would they be even top 8 to top 10? Like, this class is so much better than last year's. But still, I mean, like a team like the Jazz, you wanted a top pick like that. Winning 17 games, I would be down. What's going on, Kenny? Appreciate you joining. The new channel. Yes, sir. The BB Bros. Never do it. Yeah, exactly, Coleman. Have the same odds when we went down. Yeah, that's what I heard. I feel bad for Bulls fans. I feel bad for Kenny Beecham. That organization is just cooked right now. That pitch is outside to Hoskins, 3-2. Yeah, the Wizards did get screwed. I don't know what's going to happen with Washington, dude. If Alex Sarr doesn't pan out, oh my gosh. You're looking at Jordan Poole. And you traded Denny Avdia. You had a chance to have some upside with him, but then you gave him away. Here's the payoff to Hoskins. And he just missed.
He missed back-to-back fastballs, and neither one of them was in.
Gavin's got to stop throwing 98
So, Milwaukee
because it's that 95 doesn't make a huge difference, and you're just missing more with 98 than you are 95. So runners on first and second, one down. Out on my lunch break. Nice. Yeah, Kenny. And then sometime in June we'll start making content. Better future in the Wizards. Probably the Wizards have the worst future in the league probably right now. I have no idea why they are not getting a new coach. Here's the pitch to Jake Bowers. Swing and a miss 0-1.
Does him a favor on that first pitch up out of the zone.
Matt, you mentioned what they've done with runners in scoring position.
I know, Jacob. Max Drew said if you don't show up to work, if you don't want to show up, then don't show up to work, and then he scored 0 points. Pathetic. It'll be an 0-1 to Bowers. Ripped. And he dropped the ball.
And they're going to win Contreras around third. Arias' throw to the plate, not in time.
1-0. I'm telling you, I'm so bad luck when we stream. I think they've lost 4 in a row now when I stream. This is no disrespect to the people that want to see streams, but this is why I don't stream. They always suck when I stream. I can't do it, man. I'm too superstitious. Dashy's a bum. I literally can't do it. I'm too stupid. Like Jacob, I know you love when I stream. I know you're always in my DM saying, when are you going to stream this game? But it's like, we always lose when I stream. Like, I don't want to stream if we're going to lose. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope you understand. To win the finals. Hopefully the Timberwolves. That pitch is in there for a strike to Monasterio, 0-1.
See if this hits a switch on.
I hope so, Ian.
See, it's just out of his
Like it's in his glove.
Nolan Jones had that ball and dropped it. I don't care. He dropped that ball. That's a good pitch by Williams 0-2. I know, Jacob. That's why I don't do it. Like, and then when I don't do it, we're on like a 3-game winning streak. It's like, should I even do this again? You know? Like, I should just stop streaming. And then when I go back to streaming, we're losing. It's like,
0-2 to Monasterio.
I'm a very superstitious sports fan. I've always been. I know, Kenny. You're sweeping us because we're going to be streaming the games together, and they're going to lose. So it is bad luck, Karam. I want to. Yeah, Anthony Edwards is a pro Hooters, pro drum alpha. So yeah. It'll be a 2-2 from Williams to Monasterio.
Almost the right field line. Big Rig needs a strikeout.
Got him swinging. Good pitch by Gavin Williams. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Coming up will be the number 9 hitter. Javi is back. Tigers are so good. They are good. I can't even deny it at this point. I want to talk shit, but I can't. At least the Rangers took care of him. Good job. Thank you, Karam. Here's Caleb Durbin at the plate. Upstairs with 99, 1-0.
Caleb Durbin is 0 for his last 13.
Here's the 1-0. That is ripped. Oh, no. Oh, we caught it. Oh, my gosh. What a play by Big Christmas. That'll be the third out of the inning. That ball is fucking carrying today. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Brewers get base runners, but they only get 1 run. Brewers have struggled with runners in scoring position, man. Was it Marlins, White Sox, Marlins again? Yeah, you guys should beat them. That's literally like the dream schedule, the gold mine schedule. Marlins, White Sox, and Rockies. Like, holy shit. They play the Reds and the Rockies, but it's like, bro, that is such an easy schedule. It's not even funny. And it's not like the National League is easy either. I know Scooball's so good. I picked him to win the Cy Young. I think Big Brother Bros wants Noke and John Yes to appear in the Tigers Guardian streams. That's what I'm hearing. I'm going to Valdi pitch the last 2 games of that series. Yeah. DeGrom is a beast. I have him in fantasy. Shane Graham, Whisper Sports, told me he was washed. Yeah. Alpha male Matt Carpenter retired. Scooball, yeah, he's scary. You know who he doesn't scare? Lane Thomas. You know? No, John, yes, another guy. No, we need them. They're goated. Come on, Kenny. Have the Rockies tonight going for the sweep. Yeah, I can't even believe the Rockies get to play baseball in 2025. Like, it's actually unfair to their fans that their fans have to endure that pain. Because they're probably they're gonna win like 1 game a week. There's harder, yeah. So Noke and John Yes will bring good luck to the Cleveland Indians. We're back from commercial break. Milwaukee leads 1-0 because Nolan Jones can't catch a fly ball in center field. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 1-0.
This becomes a very
all right, Rockies versus White Sox. That is garbage. Who wants to watch that on Independence Day? Here's the pitch to Manzardo. Utah Rockies. Okay. Coleman wants to root for the Rockies, it sounds like. Manzardo hits a ball in the air. That's deep. And it is gone. Kyle Manzardo to left. Right center. I'm telling you, that ball is carrying today. Like that I wasn't sure if that was going to get out, and it did. It's 1-1. The ball is absolutely carrying today. Like that ball is absolutely carrying today. There we go. Here's the pitch to Gabriel Arias. It's a foul ball. The Twins are beating the Orioles. Orioles are terrible, dude. Why do the Orioles even exist? Like, they're absolutely horse shit. Gosh, what a joke. The 2 loser teams play. Wow. The 4th. Yeah, down low. I'm going to have beer, too, because I want to. Going to one of the Dodgers and Guardians games against Nice, Jake. You'll probably see an Ohtani bomb because he owns us. I know he probably owns everybody, but it feels like he owns us a bit more than some other teams. Arias foul ball 1-2. How many home runs is that for Manzardo now? That's 10. Alpha male. Let's go. 10 nukes for Manzo. Derrick Henry signing a 2-year, $30 million extension with the Ravens. Wow. He's getting big money even at his age. Here's the pitch to Arias. And Arias is late on a fastball. That'll be the first out of the inning. My bad. I said third out. Yeah, he does have an ass. Did you see his first start? He had 9 strikeouts in 6 innings, only allowed 1 run. The thing, he has that good changeup though, and it's kind of hard to depict whether he's throwing the changeup or the fastball. It kind of gets you catches you off guard. So, he's kind of crafty. You know, usually the lefties have all the crafty stuff, but he has it as a righty. Here's the pitch to Nolan Jones. That pitch is high, ball 1-0.
Good pitch.
Yeah, Ian.
That was a high changeup, by the way.
And that was another changeup to Jones that just missed. Here's the 1-0. In their first strike, 1-1. It looks like a breaking ball. It looks like it's going to like slide or even curve. And it ends up just being a changeup, you know? So it'll be a 1-1. And Henderson's a pretty good prospect. Yeah, Mizorowski. Yeah, Mizorowski's another one. Probably a bit more highly touted than Henderson, but Henderson's a stud. Upstairs 2-1. Yeah, they're really good with their pitching as well. Another organization. See who the Guardians hired today, though? Corey Kluber, special assistant to the pitchers and the coaching staff. That's going to be a good matchup, Coleman. I think the Broncos actually win that game easily, though. Cam Ward's first game into the NFL in Mile High against a good defense. That's just a recipe for disaster. Fouled back 2-2. I really like the Broncos in that one. That was picking the last game. Yeah, he's gonna get shelled. That's what I'm hearing. Lane Thomas could be back by then too, so beware, Kenny. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 3-2. Yeah, I call up Bubba Chandler. They tried with Thomas Harrington and he got shelled. So yeah, Henry might regress though. You know, I'm not so sure that contract's gonna look great in another year or two. Yes. Here's the pitch. And Jones crushes it. Foul. He was out in front of it. So it'll be a payoff again to Jones.
We'll see if he goes back to a fastball.
Here's the payoff from Logan Henderson to Nolan Jones. Bo versus Jordan Love. Nice. Utah State. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a line. It's going to be a grounder up the middle for a base hit. So runner on first, one down. Nolan Jones gets on. Generational talent. I'm just kidding. So I love how I have an active chat today. This is great. Time to go back to work. All right, Kenny. Have fun at work. Do you work until 4 again? Big Christmas bomb, maybe. Here's the pitch to Big Christmas. Swinging a foul back, 0-1. He's due for another one.
Foul ball got a piece of William Contreras, and this has been an issue for Contreras. The foul balls that led to him.
Yeah, all right. Well, have fun at work, Kenny.
On that catching hand. Yeah, that's right.
The Discord last night, yeah.
The issue, and that's why they reinforced that.
Sugar Shane Graham. Thought Jacob deGrom was washed. I probably will at some point, Jacob, yeah. I don't know what games, though. I might not be able to make it the Dodgers series, though. I think I have family plans, unfortunately. But who knows? Nothing's set in stone yet. Probably tomorrow, Kenny. That'd probably be better for me. Swinging a foul back, 0-2. But I can always let you know.
You could just picture his middle finger being at the base of that. Boom.
Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh, yeah. Was that the game that Clase blew? Yeah, that was Easter. He blew it, and then we won in extras. Same, yeah.
And you can see if you can
That's good.
really zero in, you can see the way his fingers are positioned. He almost catches Rick. The best way to describe it, almost like a crab claw. Yeah, he's got the thumb and then all the other fingers.
Here's the 0-2
around
to try and protect that middle.
Yeah.
May 27th game. Okay. Here's the pitch.
0-2 pitch.
Foul back.
And Hoskins gave it a long look, but it's up against the netting.
It's off the netting. Count stays 0-2.
It's only May. How is he gonna make it? You know what I mean? I know he's a tough guy.
Hit the like button if you have some. I would appreciate that very much. Helps us in the algorithm. Trying to get those watch hours back up.
How is it going to get better? It's not. Every time it doesn't hit just perfectly in the pocket, he's going to feel it.
That's going to be tough. We'll see what happens this year. Keep an eye on that.
Here's the 0-2. Good changeup. Got him swinging. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Has 4 strikeouts so far the first time through the first 7 hitters.
Angel Martinez coming up to the plate.
Pitchers and starters, so it must be.
Hit a changeup for the Nuke the other night against Aranola.
Control, and they haven't faced you before. This is the first time facing him. It may take a little while, but we won't see him again the next year if he's still around.
One last
Foul ball 0-1 by Martinez.
Injury, he's been dealing with that fracture on his middle finger on his catching hand. One of the reasons they did the glove surgery was one of the coaches said we felt like it was starting to affect his mindset.
Yeah.
You could see him back there. He wasn't catching the ball clean. There were some clanks where we could tell it was starting. He was thinking about it.
Here's the 0-1.
Just to where it doesn't hurt.
Outside 1-1.
The glove deal. They feel like that's helped. And you couple that with the fact that Contreras says, look, I don't want to go on the yell. I don't like going back and forth. I want to be with the guys. I want to be playing. You love that mentality. But to your point, how much can this guy just withstand?
Right. It drives you. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's playing through a fractured finger, I think, right now.
We're going to find out.
William Contreras. That's why he's been struggling at the plate. Because he's been an absolutely terrific hitter for his whole career. He's never had a season where he's been bad. And this year he's been bad. Like, it's incredible. But he's playing through that fracture.
On the base paths in the series opener, Jose was off to the races 3 different times.
Foul back, 1-2.
They control the run game better than anybody else in baseball. Those 5 stolen bases the Guards had in game 1 is most they've given up all season long. I think there's like 14 they've given up 5 to that game.
Here's the 1-2 from Logan Henderson to Angel Martinez.
Tell you what, the kids got a perfect day to come out. It's a different type of noise out here today.
Yes, there is. It's great for day games.
And a foul ball. Count stays 1-2. Getting that pitch count up on LH.
Yeah, that series opener, Jose stole 3 bases all off the starter, and then they stole a couple bases off the left-hand.
The big left-hand.
The big left-hand reliever. Jones was itching to go.
Here's the pitch. It's a line drive. Is it going to get down? No. It's going to be in the mitt of Frelick, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning as Martinez is retired. Led to the top of the 3rd as the score is even at 1. Alrighty. Look cloudy by you? Not right now, no. You 2 innings that might not go long today. Yeah, we'll see. Just waiting for the Brewers. The Brewers will have their top of the order coming up. It's cloudy over here, dang. I'm in PA right now, so.
On 1-hour score, 3rd inning. Sal Frelick will lead off for Milwaukee. 5 to center his own time up.
That pitch is outside, 1-0 to Frelick.
Misses for ball 1.
Ran by you. Keep it by you because my brother still has the game. Oh, yeah. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Yeah, it's not supposed to rain for us tonight. In there for a strike. What's going on, Amir? How is it going? Appreciate you joining. Here's the 2-1 from Gavin Williams to Sal Frelick. It's a foul ball, 2-2.
Two balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the next offering. No. I need to get my watch hours up. Like you said, Amir. YouTube, not TikTok. So it'll be a payoff from Frelick to Williams. It's a chopper. Arias with a nice play. That'll be the first out of the inning as Frelick grounds out. YouTube was washed. If I get monetized again, it won't be washed. No. Coming up to the plate will be the number 2 hitter, Jackson Churio. Shayna. Here's the pitch to Churio. So yeah. Your monetization because I posted reuse content. Apparently one of my videos that I posted was like illegal to be posted. I don't know. It was my Michigan State Michigan fight video. I don't know if you've seen that. Inside 2-0. I got demonetized because of it. They said it was reused content. They said I was posting content that was already posted by a bunch of other YouTubers. I'm not even trolling either. Like, that's literally why. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. Yeah. My reasoning. You haven't? It's like my most viewed video or one of them. That's probably why. Someone probably reported it. Because I didn't get demonetized until like 2 years later. That pitch swung on and missed 2-2. Some bozo. Probably. You know. Reported it. It'll be a 2-2 from Gavin Williams to Jackson Churio. TikTok, Amir. Amir is not a fan of TikTok per source. That's going to be a grounder foul. Count stays 2-2.
Yeah, right. Elephant ears.
I like those.
You know that.
That's the only thing fair I know about. Listen to you too.
What's going on, Alex? How's it going? Yeah, I hope Jose Ramirez hits one. It's going to be a grounder. Foul. Yeah, Amir's not a fan of TikTok. I can't believe the Caps lost in the second round, dude. That shit pisses me off. It'll be a 2-2 from Williams to Churio. Did he go? Oh, no. It looked like he went and they said he didn't. That's awful. All right, 3-2.
See how close it was.
He did. That's garbage. They missed it. They missed it. He went. It'll be a payoff to Churio. And he fouls it back. Wow, that's terrible. That's a joke.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Terry Francona. It'll feel like heaven if you weren't around. Maybe Chick-fil-A is getting closer to hiring. He's hiring. Nice. That's a strikeout. What a pitch by Williams as he gets the breaking ball in there. The second out of the inning. Had the strikeout 2 pitches ago, but gets it there. Except he does. He doesn't ever walk. That's the problem with him. I want to check his Savant page. Here's the pitch to Yelich. Yelich hits it in the air. That's deep. Kwan is under it, though, and the warning track makes the play in left field. Yeah, his chase, he's in the second percentile and the first percentile in walks. He chases a lot. That's the problem with Churio. So head to the bottom of the third, especially the high fastball. That's what he chases. Sure, yeah. At least what I've seen so far today. Head to the bottom of the third. See those right videos? No, Amir does. Yeah, I am Amir. Yeah, ton of blue. He was such a great prospect coming out too. He just doesn't have plate discipline, but he has all the tools in the world. Okay. What about my Ryan Day rants before the playoffs? All right. Ready to alert Clarkson to the Magic. That's what I'm hearing per source. Darius Garland for Kentavious Caldwell Pope and Pro Trump Alpha Jonathan Isaac in picks. Ryan Day rants for goated, yeah. Uh-oh. The puppy is barking. You want a Magic? Yeah, he sucks. Oh, shoot. All right, we are back from commercial break. Oh.
I'm kidding. I got a 79.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Too much KFC for you.
Are you serving with the same people that make fun of me for KFC?
Yeah, did Garden really fold? Probably. I don't know if I don't think he folded. It's like he was just hurt. He had like turf toe and it was tough for him to play, but like if you can't play quality ball, then don't play. So I know, Amir. F the Pacers. Screw Benedict Mathurin. Screw Aaron Neesmith. Dirty. Just as dirty as Mo Wagner. Too much KFC. Here's the pitch to Austin Hedges. Probably the best hitter in the lineup. I'm just kidding. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. KFC, yeah, they did fall off. I agree with Alex. Popeyes is the place to be. Mo Wagner is clean. Not in the Cavs series. The crowd was literally booing him every time he like touched the ball. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. KFC in the big 2025, yeah. It'll be a 1-1 to Austin Hedges from Logan Henderson from Big Time Rush. Here's the pitch.
The big guy, James Wood, went up over
change up in there, 1-2. He's just spamming changeups to Hedges. Missed his presence off the bench. Yeah. Generational talent Shaw. Shaw would do better than Max Strus. Here's the pitch.
Logan Henderson with a 1-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss. First out of the inning as Otto Out is retired. We have 8 hitters in the lineup today, not 9. That's what happens when you employ Austin Hedges. You have, and when he starts, you're basically sacrificing a hitter. You know. Quan already has 17 multi-hit games this year, which is only behind Paul Goldschmidt and Aaron Judge. Corbin Carroll is 17 too. Here comes the Judge. Too good. Here's the pitch to Quan from Henderson. Upstairs 1-0. He didn't fall off. He just had a bad playoffs. I mean, he didn't have a bad playoffs, but he had a bad, like the games when we needed him the most, he just didn't show up. Here's the 1-0 to Quan. He talked all that shit like Hero did last series. Like what he didn't learn. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-0, 1-1. Yeah, I could be streaming on TikTok like Alberson at Walmart. You know? Might be a new thing. Amir gave me the suggestion. Here's the pitch. He's going to bunt. And he's out. Stephen Kwan's got to be better than that. You cannot bunt there. Thought it would be a free base hit, and that was not the case. Just can't do that. Can't do it. Got to hit. That's a free out. That's 2 free outs early in the inning because Austin Hedges was the first hitter, and now that can't happen. Coming up to the plate for the Guardians, it'll be the number 2 hitter, Daniel Schneemann. Yeah, soy boy beta cuck, I guess. Is Colby Alberson a soy boy? Here's the pitch.
So many
Change up in there for a strike, 0-1. Lyric Skinner does all his recaps on TikTok.
Try to
So.
almost buggy whip that ball across.
Right.
He went the exact opposite and just kind of almost guided it.
Here's the 1-1 to Schneemann.
Accurate, and he got a good hop. You know, it was a true hop. It didn't have
Upstairs 1-1. It's the post I just scored all the time. Yeah, I'll continue to post it now. Now that we're talking about it.
It's almost
Like if you talk shit on like Wendy's and Taco Bell, I'm gonna post it.
Is momentum carrying him away?
I don't call them LWL anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
Outside 2-1 to Schneemann.
Because a lot of guys might have tried to barehand that ball instead of
The trenches in the garbage can once. What? Swing and a miss at another changeup. That changeup is ridiculous. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with Logan Henderson. He's got such a good changeup. If he can spot his fastball, that slider becomes a distant third best pitch. He just flips it in there every once in a while.
He's thrown a cutter to Quan that was about 87. You know, or either that or a slider.
Yeah, he doesn't throw it very often. Doesn't have to.
It's a line drive.
Right to the second baseman, Terang.
Right to Trang. Trang makes the throw for the third out of the inning, and that'll be the end. Pretty bad inning offensively for the Guardians. Led to the top of the fourth. Please be. I hope so, man. How am I glazing? How is that glazing? I just said he posts on TikTok. They end up winning. I know, Karam. That's what I do. I overreact because I wanna. Ryan Weathers back today. Did you pick him up? I haven't made any ad drops yet because I'm waiting until one of my shit pitchers finishes their outing. Beat Bondi. But yeah, Bondi, he had -23 the first night. That was hilarious. He did better yesterday, but not good enough for the sports. For Cal the GOAT. The Cavs need their versions of like Aaron Nesmith and Andrew Nemhard. They don't have those guys. Guys that are tough, to have the clutch gene. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to go to the Steelers home. There we go. Yeah, DK play. It'll be Skylar Thompson throwing. I'm just kidding. Will Howard needs to be the starter if it's not Aaron Rodgers. Like, I want to see Will Howard ball. Wow. Never mind.
Market game live on MLB TV. And new this season, stream the Guardians in the Cleveland area at CLEGuardians.tv for just $19.99 a month. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB TV for the details.
William Contreras will lead it off for Milwaukee here in the fourth inning. He singled and scored their only run in the sixth.
It'll be an 0-1 to William Contreras after a good. Outside 1-1. Eric's going right now. Please beat Milwaukee.
Stayed right in the center of the field.
Eric Fetty in their first strike, 1-2. I hope we beat them, man. Get the sweep. Corbin, Corbin's not that great, so we'll see how that goes.
Weekly tap to short.
Arias, nice play. That'll be the first out of the inning as William Contreras is retired.
And we're now from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
With Lazy Boy recliners starting at $399. Nobody sells Lazy Boy for less than Levin. LevinFurniture.com.
That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1.
Curveball in there for strike one to Bryce Terang, who struck out his only time up.
Down low, 1-1. In there for a strike.
A backdoor breaking ball, and now it's 1-2 on Terang.
In an excellent spot, I might add. Down and away at the knee.
Fuck.
That's not one you want to swing at, even if you have 2 strikes. Tough
Fouled
to
back. Count stays 1-2. Down low, 2-2. I don't know why the WNBA has 40 picks in the draft. Everyone that gets taken after like the 20th pick never makes the team. It's like they're just picked just to say they got picked. You know what I mean? Here's the pitch. The grounder.
Second baseman Angel
Martinez makes the play. Terang almost ran it out, but he's out just at the last second. 2 down. Oh, it's your sister's seats? Okay, I saw it, Jacob, on my pop up on my phone. Yeah, 313 ERA. Yeah, generational talent, maybe. Patrick Corbin. Babs getting first pick.
You see the hustle down the line, how close he
I think it's rigged, Amir.
He's way down.
Adam Silver went to Nico Harrison and said, "Hey, if you trade Luka to the biggest market with LeBron James to help our sport, we'll award you with the first pick." And Nico was like, "All right, bet, bro." You know. Here's the pitch outside 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 from Williams to Hoskins. Is that the comment? Really? Wow. What's going on, dog? How's it going? Appreciate you joining the stream.
He lets out an because he realized he didn't do what he was trying to do.
Here's the pitch. Outside 3-0. Here's the 3-0 to Hoskins. In there for a strike, 3-1.
3 balls and a strike for Reese Hoskins, who walked his only time up.
Arch, the story you just told of here.
Dude, I'm doing pretty good too, man.
Yeah.
Just took people
Good
inside
to
the
hear.
minds of a Major League
He
Hitter.
might, yeah. Swing and a miss.
Oh, yeah. Say
Wouldn't be
that.
surprising if Judge gets started. We picked him 36 overall.
Yes.
I was talking to Stephen Boat and Pat Murphy before
So it'll be a
the game.
payoff to Reese Hoskins.
Watch Logan Allen warm up on the TV in the dugout. And I just asked him, "What are you looking for?" And he goes, "Anything to show us something different."
Right. Well, yeah.
That is ripped into the gap.
That's in the gap.
That's a good piece of hitting by Hoskins. That's going to be a 2-out double.
Reese Hoskins will hit the second.
So runner on second, 2 down.
Double. Second double for
Coming up will be Jake Bowers, who had the RBI the last inning, a couple innings ago. Jake Bowers has been pretty good this year. Jake Bowers has been such a weird hitter. He's had so many moments where he's looked amazing, but there's so many where he's looked so terrible. Doesn't make sense to me.
And it was out over the plate.
Like, he'll start off so well all the time, then end up shitting the bed.
He provides all the power coming in at 97, so that's a double for Hoskins, his 7th. So they'll get a crack at it with a runner in scoring position. This is the guy that drove in the first run.
Down low, 1-0.
It was a high fly ball, and off the bat, it looked like it was just going to be a fairly routine play, but it just kept carrying.
Yeah, Jones had a beat on it. I mean, he was to the right spot. He just ran out of room. It just he couldn't get there in time. It just came off the wall and went.
Tommy Emmett's gear is out. Nice. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. Coleman and McGinnity rooting for the. Who did you root for before the Utah? Did you root for the Blackhawks before them?
He's still over there in right center field. That's where he was the last time.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing Coleman. Outside 2-1.
The outside corner. This was the only run of the game for Milwaukee.
You can see how far Jones has got to go to try and get it. He goes up. That ball came off the wall and just outside of his glove. right before he got there.
Yeah, and I mean,
Little
when you look
timeout.
back at that play, you could see the runner who was at second.
Oh, you're a Leafs fan? Okay.
He was going back to second.
I wasn't sure,
Nobody
I'll
on
be
the field
honest.
could tell that it was going to carry as far as
Cardinals winning streak. I think they're playing good. Ollie Marmol might be alpha all of a sudden. And then you have Michaelis. How good is Michaelis pitching well? I haven't been paying attention. Outside 3-1. Here's the 3-1 to Bowers. Why is he scared of Jake Bowers, bro? Swing and a miss, 3-2. Yeah. Yeah, it might be Mickey. Wouldn't be surprised.
Gets into a full count. And now Jake Bowers will take his time. Payoff pitch.
Got him looking on a breaking ball. Wow. And Jake Bowers is not happy.
Disagrees to no avail. Fifth strikeout for the big rig. 1-1, middle of the fourth.
He's still talking. My goodness. He is not happy, Jake Bowers. It was outside. He got caught a break there. What's going on, Kevin? Appreciate you joining. How's it going, buddy? Of the Pirates and Nationals, congrats. Wow. Coleman is talking jet. You know. I'm good, man. How are you? I'm good, man. It's good to hear.
On our score. Bottom of the fourth inning. Jose Ramirez to lead it off.
Outside 1-0.
Change up the drift off the plate. Ramirez had a look at some of the really good pitches that Henderson had to offer his first time up. He ended up popping up on the infield.
That came on the changeup.
Upstairs 2-0.
Missed with a changeup, missed with a fastball. This is pitch number 50 for Henderson. Giving up just 2 hits, the homer by Manzardo and a single to Nolan Jones.
Outside 3-0 to Jose.
Trying to be perfect with that fastball placement. And he missed. It's 3-0.
Well, he knows that this is the guy that can hurt you, so he's going to be a little careful. 8-game hitting streak. His first 2-0 count on the afternoon.
Well, he ends up walking Jose Ramirez. That's his first walk issue. And the Guardians get their leadoff man of all. Check out our Union Home Mortgage play the game. Sardo with a blast, and the fan goes over the wall to make the grab. It still counts as a home run.
Yes, it does.
Walked out the old
You
man.
know what? The old man didn't call it, man. He wasn't allowed to.
All right, so runner on first.
His territory snatched it back.
He's the center fielder.
Oh, wait, did she just get the high five in the forehead? Yes.
That pitch is
I don't know if you guys just noticed this.
high, but called a strike. 0-1.
There's a sinker to Hosey that he dropped. And then right after that, he's looking over. He changed gloves in between. I don't know if that's the one that had the sinker in that, but he just changed because obviously he's missing playing right now.
Yeah, you should be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun, man. Manzardo foul back 0-2. Beat Phillies. Yeah, that was a good win. We lost our series to the Phillies. We had to face our pitching. Our offense couldn't hit Zach Wheeler. That's why. And Ranger Suarez. The Mirror had Ranger Suarez last year. He was really good. He absolutely cooked our lineup. That's all winning streak. Maybe.
The glove, but it's for the finger.
Oh, 2
Upstairs 1-2.
Ball sails high. Manzardo crunched one in center field. It was over the wall. You just saw the replay.
Here's the 1-2. It's a foul ball.
Spoiled a good changeup down out of the strike zone there.
You can tell the first time through the hitters were not comfortable with trying to pick up that changeup. They're all on the side right now. Seeing if they can pick up anything that's different. You would think with 2 pitches it'd be easy, but he's hiding that changeup well, Arch. When he's there.
Yeah. Well, you can tell by the way they're taking hacks at it.
Jose draws the throw. He's in.
Yeah, the timeout. Maybe I'll talk about. No, we're good. You can talk about anything off topic. We talk about off topic pretty much the whole stream. Some of the lines. Yeah, I mean that's fun. Cowboys Chiefs on Thanksgiving is going to be really exciting. I'm definitely pumped for that one. Bears Eagles Black Friday, and Manzardo strikes out. So Kyle Manzardo, aka Joey Gallo, is down swinging. Kyle Manzardo is literally a homeowner strikeout. Like that's literally what he is. And I hate to say it because I want Kyle Manzardo to be like a complete hitter, but that's the truth. You're either getting an RBI hit from him or he's striking out. There's no in between. Here's Gabriel Arias at the plate. So
his first time up.
the Browns are going to play every game at 1 o'clock.
Jump he had an Arias. What are you doing? Oh my!
Arias fouls off a pitch out of the zone, and Jose had a stolen base. My goodness. Arias is struggling on offense, man. It might be wise to give him a day off or so. Yeah. So it'll be an 0-1.
I know hitters like to swing at it, but was that a good pitch to swing at first base? I don't think so. It's a break the ball down and away.
Here's the 0-1 to Arias. Well, we get a base hit off of it. Now runners on first and third, 1 down.
Third base is cut off, and Arias.
What is Arias doing going to second? Oh, my goodness. So runner on third, 2 down.
Job getting the third base, and that's just a bad mistake there. I mean, that's a mistake. Arias, you got to get there. They cut the ball. They throw to second base to get him. So they give him an out, but they do get the runner to third.
You'll see it perfectly on the Defiant Wire cam. Arias was
So 2 down.
first, but he never picked up the cutoff man until it was too late, obviously.
Of course, some runs. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know how I feel. I remember when the Lions play. Yeah, we're going to play every game at 1 except the London game. I don't see any games on our schedule that we're going to play not at 1. I'll look at the Browns schedule one more time, but
Outside the bases, that's a mistake, especially with nobody out. Well, there was 1 out.
yeah, we don't play any teams on the West Coast this year. Or we play the Raiders. That could be a 4 o'clock game, I guess. That's really it. It'll be all 1 o'clock except the Raiders game and the London game. Here's the pitch to, or no, the Raiders game is in Cleveland. Oh no, no, never mind. It's at home. Never mind. I don't know why we're playing the Raiders on the road. That pitch is outside 1-0 to Jones 2 years in a row. Shouldn't we play him in Cleveland? You know? Here's the pitch to Jones.
Also to left center field.
Is it going to get down? Yes! Dolan Jones with a base hit, and the Guardians will take a 2-1 lead. Good piece of hitting there for Nojo. Agendas are being pushed. Let's go. Dolan Jones, generational talent. Yeah, I don't know why. We played him in Las Vegas last year. Why don't we? Why is it not like a home and home? That's dumb, dude. That's some bullshit right there, brother. You know? They'll play on Christmas. Yeah. You guys got rocked on Christmas last year. Russell Wilson, beta male. Pro Kamala, beta male. Here's the pitch to Big Christmas. Upstairs 1-0.
Nolan Jones has hit into some bad luck this year with the
Nolan Jones high for Animals eyebrow now.
barrel rate on those fancy metrics. There's one where he didn't hit all that hard.
Don't have to.
It dropped it.
I knew what Arch was going to say.
All you need.
Swinging a foul.
Base and scoring position. I don't care how you hit it.
The talk we have about Jose hitting home runs. How about he's already had 5 runs scored in this series already? Now having a conversation with Arias about base running.
It'll be a 1-1 to Big Christmas. So yeah, in London. Or no, you play them in Dublin. We play them in London. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be starter. I hope it's Shador Sanders because my bias. But I don't know. I hope it's not Kenny Pickett, man.
Remember what you were talking about
Oh,
earlier?
like dang.
They don't start.
We only got 2 games league so far. London in week 1.
He didn't just
Jordan Schultz even confirmed it. It's going to be Broncos Bengals week 1, 1 o'clock.
And by the way,
in Cleveland.
Just talking about that, I just looked. Jose is now second on the team in runs scored. Only Stephen Kwan, with 25 runs scored, has scored more than Jose's 22.
We call him a run producer, and he is. But he's more than that.
Good
right?
change up in there for a strike 2 and 2.
You know, most power hitters or most 3 hitters, they're gonna drive runs in, and pretty much that's it. He's gonna get around the base paths and score for you as well.
Two. Swing and a miss.
Struck him out.
John Kenzie.
John Kenzie Noel's fucking trash. So we'll head to the top of the 5th. And the Guardians have a 2-1 lead. At least we scored, yeah. Yeah, it is. Minnesota game, yeah. That'll be good.
The injury report brought to you by the attorneys at Elk & Elk. Slade Ciccone dealing with an oblique strain.
Oh, Slade Siccone's on the injured list. Yes! I don't have to watch him pitch for my team anymore. For Animals, eyebrows, and jambles from what I'm hearing.
There's a chance he
No.
could be in line for that Spot in rotation, vacated by Ben Lively, who's on the injured list right now. Tell you what, between innings, Pat Murphy went up. Mike Lipinski. Let's just say it didn't go well. He didn't get thrown out of the game, but I don't think he got his point across.
Here's the pitch.
Had something to do with
In their first strike, 0-2 to Monasterio.
He was on second base when he made the call to Bowers to strike him out.
You got it. It's the Bowers call, but that's everybody.
Absolutely.
Strike three on the 3-2 pitch.
It'll be an 0-2.
What Hoskins was doing, he was walking across the infield, clapping.
Maybe. I usually don't do NFL, though. That pitch is outside 1 and 2. I usually just kind of like to sit back and enjoy the games. Kevin. There's Ineffable Week 10, yeah. I already know. I don't know what the Browns' exact schedule is going to be. Swing and a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning as Monasterio strikes out. But I have a pretty good idea. We're going to be playing all 1 o'clock games, except, like I said earlier, all 1 o'clock games, if you didn't hear, except the London game, week 5, and then the Raiders game, which will probably be like 4:05. Everything else will be at 1 o'clock. So,
Oh, yeah.
unless something gets flexed out in the middle of the season. Here's the pitch to Durbin. Outside 1-0.
That's why it's key to be ahead of hitters, because those are the kind of swings you get.
Outside 2-0.
Caleb Durbin, he came within a couple of inches of giving Milwaukee a big early lead. Was back in the
In their first strike, 2-1.
Giving Milwaukee a 1-0.
Freezing as hell. Yeah.
And then with 2 outs,
November. We probably will. I don't want to play each other in November either, because every time we play each other in November, oh, never mind.
John Kenzie Noel tracked it, caught it, and slammed
Oh, he called that a strike, a ball, 3-1.
If he'd have short on that or just decided he couldn't get to it and played it off the wall.
All right, Kevin. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good day at work.
3-1 offering. Line drive, left field, Quan.
Line drive right to Quan. I thought it was going to be a base hit. Right into Quan's mitt. 2 down.
When you make complexities, you're
Oh, Netflix, do you agree? Yeah, I do. Jacob.
For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Here's Sal Frelick at the plate again.
Sal Frelick 0 for 2 is flied out, grounded out.
Good pitch in there for a strike. It'll be an 0-1 from Williams to Frelick. I'm getting my brother's game at 4:30. Yeah. Outside, 1-1.
Talked about the injuries that William Contreras, the catcher's fighting through. Well, Frelick himself, he's been dealing with a banged up knee injury.
Down low, 2-1.
It's kind of like a meniscus sprain. It's hard to tell because I have so much scar tissue. He had 2 meniscus surgeries in college on his left knee.
Here's the 2-1.
And when he gets on, he has to be
Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. 2-2.
One of those things, if you've ever had a meniscus tear, which unfortunately I've dealt with, you get that fluid build up, and it's just like the joint just feels like there's a baseball stuck in the back of your knee. 2-2. He drives one at deep center field.
Oh, no.
Nolan Joe still going back.
And the game is tied. Home run by Frelick. Knew that was getting out because the ball is really carrying today. And Gavin Williams with a pretty mid-outing again, like usual. And it's tied. Yeah, that ball's carrying. Any fly ball that's hit well is probably getting out today. Hopefully the Guardians can hit another one of those. You don't expect him to hit those, though, but he did. Like on like a normal day, that ball probably hits the wall, but it's just carrying, so it got out. Here's the pitch to Churio. Swing and a miss, 0-1. What's going on, Bonnie? Appreciate you joining. Yeah, yesterday was insane. The grand slam by Junior Caminero in the 10th or 11th inning, whenever it was. That was tough. I was thinking about you, Bonnie, when I saw that. And Churio pops up. Angel does not. He has it. So Gavin pitched fine today. Not great, not terrible. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. On TV, at least. You did? Nice. Hit that like button if you guys are not. Would appreciate it very much. Okay, I hope you see a Betts Freeman home run in person. I don't want them hitting a home run. No way. Not against my team. Even though it's going to happen. Be cool to see, though. I still wouldn't want to see it, man. I need my team to win at all costs. You know.
Rated 25 season ticket plans feature the best seats at the lowest price. Plus, you'll have access to exclusive events, pre-sales, team store and concession discounts, and much more. Purchase your plan at cleguardians.com/season tickets.
Here's the pitch to Martinez.
2-2 our score.
Popped him up.
Angel Martinez pops
Well, hey, so coming up to the plate will be Austin Hedges.
quick out for Logan Henderson.
All the momentum shifted back to Milwaukee.
Actually, much better shape. Gavin Williams looks like his day will be over. He's just shy of 100 pitches. Logan Henderson here with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. He's at 67 pitches.
I'm not even calling this at bat. This is ridiculous. This guy gets to hit. And he pops up a bunt, 0-1.
Fouled it straight back.
Foul ball, 0-2.
Another foul ball. I don't know if that got Contreras.
Yeah, it looks like it because he was asking if he needs more time.
Yeah, Hedgie looked at him immediately. The umpire, I think, was giving him an extra couple of seconds to shake it off if he could. 2-strike pitch. Right field.
Austin Hedges. Out. 2 down.
2 away.
Fuck that. I'm in a pissy mood, guys. Because I know the momentum is absolutely gone.
Stephen Kwan, he was robbed of a hit when he tried to punt his way aboard in the third inning, and it was a really nice play by Durbin. Caleb Durbin came straight from him, grabbed it, threw him out. 2-2, bottom of the fifth.
Here's the pitch to Kwan. Upstairs, 1-0. Yeah, he's done. He can't ever go over 5 innings because he can't ever throw strikes.
Will be coming on for Cleveland.
Here's the 1-0 to Kwan. That's it in the air.
Goes Freeland. He has room, though.
But that'll be the third out of the inning.
Guardians go 1-2-3.
As he kind of popped it up a bit. Into the top of the 6th. Kwan is retired. Juan's had a shit day. I love how they talk about how he has all these multi-hit games and just can't hit to save his fucking life today. Sorry for my ranting, guys. I'm just in a pissy mood because this team is playing like absolute dog manure over the last 10 minutes. So, yeah. What do you mean? That was his ERA coming into today. His ERA is now at 4.29. So you're back from commercial break. Are you about to see the care? Nice.
Cleveland and Milwaukee. But how about this? Rick Manning, ladies and gentlemen, is the only player ever to appear in at least 400 games for both Milwaukee and Cleveland. You were in a class of one, my friend. Ronnie Bellier was close. Ronnie Bellier on fucking up. He got a 390 with Cleveland.
In their first strike, 0-1 to Yelich from Tim Herron, who's now in the game for the Guardians.
Good baseball time. They're very similar. We were just talking about that in the first.
Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-1. 2-1. Unsurprising. Tim Herron is the shittiest command of any reliever I've ever seen in my life. Here's the 2-1. 2-2. Swung and a miss.
There's been a lot of guys that, played most of their career, like Carlos Santana, 1,300 games in Cleveland. Only 52 of those have been walking. Right. But he stays in the
Swing and a miss. Yelich strikes out. That'll be the first out of the inning.
He went down to Milwaukee, bro. He right from Milwaukee. He drove it all the way down. Did he cook it in beer? It's a little cold. It's a little cold. Take a bite. That's not. You know the stuff. A little cold and a little green. Yeah, you did. King of the fries. The cheesehead. I was the cheesehead there. The original. Yeah. The OG cheesehead. They don't use the money.
I don't watch the game, dude.
You're not kidding.
Where did that actually come from?
Here's the pitch to William Contreras.
Place in the sporting goods store.
It's hitting the gap. And it's another terrible play in center by Jones. Jones has had a tough day in center. So runner on second, one down. I haven't met McDonald's in a while.
You're going to see where Jones goes. He's playing him basically straight up, and he just could not get there.
Yeah, these last inning and a half has been just completely, it's been all Brewers. It's been completely all Brewers. Tim Herron has been terrible lately.
Came in 2 for his last 19, but he has 2 hits today. He's scored Milwaukee's first run. He has the chance to score the go-ahead run here. With 1 out of the 6th, Bryce Terang 0 for 2 at the plate.
Here's the pitch, 1-0 to Terang. Outside 2-0. Three and 0. More shit. Tim Herron sucks. I'm so done watching this guy. I'm so done. Yeah, exactly, Amir. Tell him to stop watching.
So you're saying the foam block of cheese.
First and second, he walks him. I'm not even sure that may have been an intentional walk. So Hoskins coming up to the plate with first and second, 1 down. Maybe get a double play here. Jacob Junis will come into pitch. Tim Herron with another uninspiring outing. Yeah, I don't know why Colby doesn't like Fetty. Hunter Gaddis is good. Just watch when I don't watch Guardians on Friday. We win. Score for the Cardinals game. Zip, zip, Amir says. So
You can choose from 6 different plans, including firework fans, where each game features post-game fireworks. You can get yours today at CLEGuardians.com/6pack.
Throw back to second.
So we are back from commercial break.
The Brewers the runner at second base, and Bryce Terang who walks at first. The new pitcher is Jacob Juice.
Here's the pitch.
Line drive, base hit.
Base hit.
That'll get the go-ahead run home. William Contreras.
They're winning now because I have no fucking idea why Jacob Junis is still in the majors. They'd probably have to get rid of Junis. They got to DFA him. This is getting really ugly for the Guardians now. Bullpen is getting rocked. Guardians probably have to be done with Junis. You have Cole. He's supposed to be a wrong reliever. Look at Colby Allard, how good he's been. I think you DFA him. I don't think he's got long on this roster. So they're likely going to get 2 more runs here and probably end the game. The base hit. First and third, 1 down. This is getting ugly. This is likely it for Junis in Cleveland, hopefully. He's really fucking bad. I don't even know. I don't even give a fuck, to be honest with you. Like, they just can't keep doing it with Junis anymore. With the way Colby Howard's pitching, there's really just nothing with him. He's got to be done. Guardians have to designate him for assignment. Junis is the new Brian Shaw. Here comes Isaac Collins to the plate from Milwaukee. Here's the pitch. I'm just sick and tired of this fucking bozo, Jacob Junis. And bases loaded, nobody out. It's going to be an infield single. Nobody scored, but wow. This is fucking ridiculous from Jacob Junis, guys. How fucking bad do you have to be? He is so fucking bad. And Junis hit him. Bases 5-2. Getting to the point where the Guardians probably can't come back because of Jacob Junis. What a terrible pitcher. Guardians have to designate him. You can't. It's just done. He's been the worst pitcher on the team for 3 weeks now. 1-0, not even close. This is getting absolutely unbelievably ridiculous with this guy. I don't know why you pulled Tim Herron after like 4 batters. That makes no sense. Give him a chance to at least get another hitter. Junis is ridiculous. No, Amir. Don't have the blue hats on Fanatics yet. Okay. 2-1. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Two. This has got to be the end for Jacob Junis. He's got him looking. That'll be the second out of the inning. This has got to be the end for Jacob Junis. Got to be. Fucking sucks. He needs an extension in fucking Antarctica because he's terrible. Inside 1-0. It's a pop-up. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Guardians are down 5-2 because Jacob Junis is shit. I love how people are blaming Stephen Vogt, but it's like Jacob Junis has got to pitch well at some point. I mean, your job is to literally go out there and get the outs, and you haven't been able to do that in 3 weeks. Like, why do we keep blaming the manager when our bullpen needs rest? And then when we overuse our bullpen, you go after the manager. Like, fuck out of here, dude. Game on Geen. Yeah.
Guardians Youth Summer Camps. That's presented by Union Home Mortgage. And these camps are designed for boys and girls aged 6 to 14 and are offered throughout Northeast Ohio. Campers will learn baseball and softball skills. And
Yeah.
see the youth
Mariners always start well, then suck. I'm used to that gimmick. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, though.
The new pitcher for Milwaukee is
Here comes Nick Mears. He's an 0.57 ERA. Oh, great. Here's Daniel Schneemann. That's fucking nasty. 0-1. Not hitting that. You notice how this guy had like a 4-year ERA in his career, and now he's been one of the best relievers in baseball ever since leaving the Rockies? Like, the Rockies have to relocate or they're never going to win. 0-2. I'm not even calling the game. I'm just going to call pitch vibe like whenever. I'm literally have no fucking... Like, the last 2 innings have been a fucking disaster. I don't really care, dude. Tigers are going to win the division by like fucking 20 games. That's all said and done. This is a joke. Because Jacob Junis is a fucking cocksucking mother effer.
He's pretty much even Steven. I mean, he had almost equal game, yeah. Center field.
1 down.
Wiki, of course, a true cheesehead. He was born, yes, Wisconsin, there.
Ramirez up.
He was really good. I mean, you talk about a guy who relished that role in the back end of the bullpen. Yeah, he did. He was good at it, too.
The Guardians probably have to DFA Junis. Howard's your new long reliever. Junis can suck a dick. 1-0. There's no reason for Junis to be on this roster. None at all. None. Nada. 1-1. One and two.
Well, they'd like to try and have an answer for that 3-run inning. They did in the second inning. Just to get back in and stop the momentum a little bit before you get into the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And this is where they were doing a lot of damage on that trip. Was the
1 and 2. Foul ball. Well, we had Eli Morgan. We also had Merriweather too. He was in our minor league system for a while, years ago. But they're gone.
If you remember what Jose was about an 8-pitch, 9-pitch at bat.
Yeah. So,
Here's the 1-2.
Went down, chopped it into the ground.
Ground out. 2 away. I literally just want to end this shit. I'm so fucking pissed. Because we're not scoring 3 runs. Scoring, it's just not happening. Oh, and 1. Well, it's not going to be a lot of happiness, Amir. A lot of ranting. One and 1. This is a joke.
field. Back is
We'll head to the top of the 7th.
makes the catch. Guardians 1-2-3.
The Brewers have absolutely made us our fetish slave over the last 2 innings. So, yeah. Cool. I'm literally not streaming another game. I'm done. Fuck this. They literally don't ever win when I stream. Like, I'm literally sick and tired of it. The only times they win when I stream are when we face the White Sox. I'm done. It's not going to happen anymore. They've now lost 3 in a row when I stream. And this team hasn't even lost much ever since I stopped streaming. And now they're all of a sudden losing. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'll make other content, but I'm not streaming Guardians games. I'm sorry. Can't do it. I did the whole Padre series too. They lost. It's a joke. I'm not doing it. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I don't care, Amir. Okay, Amir. I'm really heated, dude. I'm not even trolling. This is ridiculous, dude. Because the Tigers are just gonna run away, and I'm gonna have to hear freaking Ken Dog and Rob do this in front of me all the time. So, yeah, it's a joke. Tigers probably end up winning the division by 20 games anyway. Like I said, they're probably gonna, everyone else sucks.
District tickets, locations include the Photo Bar, Drink Rails, and the Blue Terrace Bar, and the Blue Moon Terrace Garden. Get your ticket at CLEGardens.com.
Here's Joey Cantillo to Christian Yelich. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. 1-1.
New pitcher to Joey Cantillo. Making his 17th appearance on the year. Christian Yelich leading off for the second inning of the ball.
I didn't say if anybody. I just want my team to win. Yelich is retired. Coming up to the plate will be William Contreras.
He was the guy you had to love. He got along with anybody. He made anybody and everybody that came in there to play baseball or whatever feel like a really fun. No matter who you were.
In there for a strike 0-1.
Bob usually was one of the kind you'll never see another one like. So he was a great guy. He could make you laugh.
Upstairs 1-1.
He wasn't a comedian. He was a good enough. He was very good enough. I got traded that day. We went over there and I had a little car show. So I was going up to the game. Wait a minute. Let's back this up a second.
Upstairs 2-1. It's a foul ball, 2-2. Upstairs 3-2. Foul ball. Account stays full. Ball 4 because of fucking course. The guy that has 15 walks in 10 innings walks somebody. What a surprise. I don't know how motherfuckers like this make the majors. Like, it's so ridiculous. How is evaluating talent become so fucking pathetic? It's incredible, man. Like, you can't have a guy that walks 15 and 20 innings be in the majors. It cannot happen. It's a joke. Here's the pitch to Terang. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. One and two. It's a pop-up. Nobody's under it. Kwan's under it. 2 down. So runner on first, 2 down. I'm not streaming all 162 games. We'd miss the playoffs if I did that. Because, yeah. Watch me not stream this weekend and they just sweep. Like, literally, I will never do. I'm probably not going to stream another Guardians game this year. I'll stream the Tigers games with Kenny, but I'm sacrificing those. I know we're losing those. Because, I don't know. I don't even know who we play this weekend. I think it's the Reds. Amir, the Reds we play. Tito, Terry Francona. I'll be in heaven. I'll be in heaven once we sweep that series. Gonna miss games, yeah. I watch all the games, but I don't stream them all. Well, Crom's more of like a basketball guy in like football than baseball, really. So he might miss a few here and there. I'm all in on baseball, so I know, Amir. Got to make sure we're in heaven. It'll be a 2-0 to Reese Hoskins. 2-1. Baseball football game. That's not true. I care about the NBA. Why? Because I didn't make a video on the Cavs on YouTube? Off the wall. And Contreras is thrown out at the plate. Wow, nice play. Play to the bottom of the 7th, 5-2. Hoskins hit it off the wall. They think he hit a home run. We'll see. Didn't look like a home run. Did it hit the railing? Why would it bounce from there? Passion half of the game. Yeah. It's a home run. Wow. Talk about a dick pounding. This is tough, man. Well, we're gonna lose. We're gonna win the series, but we're not gonna sweep. The problem with the Guardians, they struggle to sweep teams. The only teams they sweep are the shit teams, like the Pirates and the White Sox. They'll take 2 out of 3, but they can't ever finish the sweep, and it's going to be like that again today. Just an absolute dominant last 3 innings by the Brewers. Dominant. My goodness. Cantillo's really bad. Bowers pops it foul. 0-1.
You did, Archie, but I know last season when the Brewers made the playoffs and they were celebrating, all the players waited until you came down from the booth.
Right. Just not good from the bullpen today. Oh yeah, maybe I should go. Amir. He was out, but they rolled it a double originally, and they threw Contreras out at home, but they called it a home run after review. Hit the railing. Here's the 1-1 to Bowers. It's popped in the air. Kwan under it. 3rd out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th, but this is all Brewers. What's going on, Daniel? Sorry I missed that. Appreciate you joining. Oh, yeah, I do. It was a home run. Yeah. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Pretty bleak outing for the Guardians today.
Seven-two, Milwaukee now as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And the 3rd Milwaukee pitcher of the afternoon will be Grant Anderson.
No wonder the Jazz hired Boozer as scout assistant. Yeah, maybe they'll rig it. The Jazz, Coleman. You know. I actually have plans, guys. So I'm only going to stream the bottom of the 7th. But I'll stream this bottom of the 7th and I'll be done.
The majors from the AAA, March 31st.
I'm not going to KFC, no. McKenny thought Cooper Flag was going. Yeah. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Lost the bat.
He was lucky he was paying attention. I mean, because that was right at him. Watch this.
Ripped foul. Struck him out. This has been pathetic from the Guardians.
There's the look of looks. See, he's looking there, and then he sees it. A couple of feet away, but that's scary.
How are the finals? What do you mean? Are you talking to Coleman? Jazz Fighters because Kessler's defense. I don't know about that. Oh, and 2.
Jones talking to himself now because that first one might have been a little off the dish. He didn't think so, and then he comes back in and hits the inside corner. So that's a pretty wide plate in those two pitches.
One and 2.
Line driving it. Nice backhanded pick at third by Caleb Durbin.
Jones is out.
Playing the bag.
2 down.
He's called out 2 away.
He didn't realize I got to throw a seed to get it there. He did just get Nolan Jones. I mean, it was smoked off the bat. I mean, that backhand, he picked a look at found the glove, 2 steps, not just one. Gets it over there in time.
It's almost 4 o'clock. Lunch. 2 down. Here's Big Christmas 0-1. Go third overall. Yeah. Upstairs 1-1. Foul ball 1 and 2.
Aggressive defensive play of the game. He was going back. That ball's no match for John Canzonero.
The wall was hurt.
Come back. No, they can't. Struck him out. That'll do it. All right, guys. I got stuff to do. I do appreciate everyone that tuned in. And this is getting to be a ass kicking. We win the series. We don't sweep the series like usual. The only teams we can sweep are the Pirates and the White Sox, like usual. So, yeah, the Guardians haven't really swept anybody good in the last few years, even when they were good last year. So, it sucks, but I don't know when I'll be live again. It's not going to be for any Guardians games. I'm not streaming any more Guardians games. Sorry. At least for now. I just can't do it. They don't ever win when I do it, and I'm just too superstitious at this point. So we'll do more baseball streams, just not Cleveland. But yeah. The BYU. Maybe. So I appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. And yeah, I'm out, guys. Amir's going to have to find something else to listen to during his work. Peace.